All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here at the George Howard Building. My name is Felix Fasheen. I serve as Chief of Staff to County Executive Calvin Ball, and we're thrilled to welcome you today for this legislative bill signing. Before we begin, I want to recognize that we have Danielle Aquara here on behalf of Congresswoman Sarah Elfreth. Thank you for being here. And now to share brief remarks, we'll hear from our County Executive, Dr. Calvin Ball.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much, Felix, and thank you all for being here. Howard County has been a place that believes in doing the hard work to build a community where everyone can thrive. Through planning, partnership, and persistence, we have worked collaboratively to make progress on two of the key land use challenges facing our county, our state, our nation: advancing affordable and inclusive housing, and promoting the thoughtful redevelopment of our Route 1 corridor. Today, we are taking two meaningful steps toward that vision. The legislation I'm signing today speaks to something I believe deeply: that the choices we make about housing and land use are ultimately choices about people, about who can afford to live here, and about what kind of community we're building, not just for today, but for the next generation. CR 51 2026, Annapolis Junction Affordable Housing Pilot. That's the first resolution that approves a pilot agreement for an exciting new community in Annapolis Junction. Here is what this project means in real terms. Two new multi-family housing buildings built steps from the Annapolis Junction MARC station in a transit-oriented development district that puts residents close to jobs, close to transit, close to opportunity. And critically, this project will include nearly 100 units of affordable and accessible housing, serving households at all income levels, including some of our most vulnerable neighbors. This pilot agreement will help create 31 moderate income housing units for households earning up to 60% of Howard County's area median income, 32 low-income housing units for households earning up to 40% of Howard County's area median income, and 32 disability income housing units for people with disabilities earning up to 20% of Howard County's area median income. This will achieve a level of affordability and accessibility that is seldom found across the great state of Maryland. And importantly, this project will deliver the first dedicated disability income housing units under our MIHU program in Howard County history. Projects like Annapolis Junction are hard to achieve without the right financial tools in place, and this pilot agreement is one of those important tools. Now, I want to be clear about what a pilot is and why it matters. This is not a giveaway. It is a targeted incentive designed to make deeply affordable housing financially viable in a real estate environment that makes it incredibly difficult to build. Even with the reduced tax payments under this agreement, this redevelopment is projected to generate nearly $13 million in additional county tax revenue over time, compared to the outdated and largely vacant office building sitting at that site today. This project reflects the priorities laid out in our Housing Opportunities Master Plan. It is what smart, transit-oriented growth looks like, and I am proud to sign it today. I want to thank the team at Chesapeake Realty Partners and our Department of Housing and Community Development for their hard work. Please give them a big round of applause. The second piece of legislation, CB 23-2026, the Motel Hotel Adaptive Reuse ZRA, brings us to a corridor that has captured our attention, our investment, in our imagination for years, Route 1. During the last 8 years, we have built the tools to transform this corridor into a hub of commerce and redevelopment. A key part of that work is our effort to transform many of the dilapidated, aging, and blighted motels along Route 1. In recent years, we have worked to bolster tax credit programs to expand right-of-use purchase authority, to add new public safety protection that have helped curb dangerous activity at motel properties. Each of those steps mattered. However, we also knew we needed something more, a real pathway to turn these aging, underutilized sites into something our community could be truly proud of. CB 23-2026 is a zoning regulation amendment that was brought forward by the owner of 3 legacy motel properties along Route 1, creating a pathway of promise. Under this legislation, when a property owner chooses to demolish, redevelop, or adaptively reuse a qualifying motel site along Route 1, they will gain access to a broader range of permitted uses, including retail, restaurants, office space, employment supporting flex space, and housing, with a requirement that any residential development include at least 15% moderate income housing units. There are approximately 16 sites along the corridor that could be transformed under this zoning regulation amendment. That's 16 opportunities to replace blight with vitality. 16 chances to bring jobs, services, and homes to one of the most strategically significant corridors in our county. 16 pathways to make progress along Route 1. I want to thank Mr. Amin and his family for their willingness to be partners in this vision. Thank you. I want to recognize our Department of Planning and Zoning for their work on this amendment, and I want to thank the Planning Board who voted unanimously to support this legislation. Thank you. That unanimous vote was a clear signal that this sound policy is grounded in our county's adopted plans. And I want to thank everyone else who helped usher this forward and actually get it done, including a county council that voted unanimously, passing both pieces of this legislation in a bipartisan vote last week. Now, across this legislation, we see a common thread. They're both about seeing past what exists today, a vacant office building and blighted motels, and investing in what can be tomorrow. Walkable communities near transit, an active mixed-use corridor, homes for working families, for people with disabilities, for young professionals building their futures right here. That is the vision we are advancing, and it does not happen by accident. It happens because of planners, because of advocates, because of property owners, because of community members, and because of leaders who refuse to settle for the status quo. Through these efforts, I know that Howard County and Route 1's best days are ahead and not behind us. They are ahead of us, and we are working together toward an exciting future for all. Thank you.
Thank you, County Executive Ball. Now, first, I'd like to invite up the Department of Housing and Community Development and Chesapeake Realty Partners for the bill signing on CR 51.
Right.
You get that, Jason. You get the pen.
Thank you. Now we'll invite up the Department of Planning and Zoning and Northeast Properties to join us for the bill signing on CB 23.
George, you good?